This is the best light in the whole house, I've checked. And the acoustics in here are great, so I'm going to stand in the bathroom and make this video. I really want to remember Rob and I courting. Imagine that, Rob Dack and Cherie Locy. Was there ever such a weird couple? But Rob with his beard and his bouncy walk and his Volvo and his maintenance man thing going on, and Cherie Locy with her 80s perm and her makeup and her hippie everything. It was just a really interesting dynamic going on, and who would have thought that Rob and Cherie would be in love, but they were. And we got pretty close pretty quick. You know, once I was in the game, I was in the game. And I'd say by Christmas, in the new year, we were very serious. And one day we were in Calgary for something. We were sitting in a 7-Eleven parking lot, drinking our Coke Slurpees. And I don't remember what we were talking about. But I think I was the one that said, hey, you know what? We should get married. And Rob wasn't opposed to the idea, and so we decided over Coke Slurpees to get married. And that was the proposal. And so we started planning a wedding. I think we were officially engaged at Easter, and we were planning a wedding in August. I remember the shower that we had in Rosebud, and all the ladies came and gave me gifts. But what I remember the most is that they were sitting around talking about how hard their first year of marriage had been. And it was so weird because they were talking about it like I wasn't even sitting there. And I just remember thinking to myself, oh, that's not Rob and I. They don't understand that'll never be Rob and I. I mean, Rob and I are best friends, and that'll never be us. I remember thinking that so clearly. It's so weird to me. But I also remember the shower that Elsie put on for me in Calgary with all of her friends. Rob's mom, Elsie, and I remember being paranoid about what to wear and trying to make the best impression, and I think I came off pretty good because most of the ladies thought I was like a very quiet, dainty, proper lady. I didn't let out any of my hippiness at that wedding shower. But my mom helped so much with the wedding. She sewed my wedding dress. She planned the whole wedding on a shoestring, and it was amazing. I loved everything about it. I loved our wedding. It was a little unusual. Rob and I got married in the church in Champion, and my mom and dad walked me down the aisle. We got married under a canopy. We said our vows and had communion, and I did kind of an expressive movement, and that was it. And afterwards, I think most people were saying, well, that was a very interesting wedding. But our wedding reception was the best ever because Rosebud came and performed, and it was just fun and hilarious, and it was great. And then Rob and I drove off into the sunset. We had a weekend in Waterton, and I think we took a longer honeymoon later on. But that weekend in Waterton was great for the most part. But you know, I do want to remember when Rob and I sat down with my dad in his church office in Champion and asked for his blessing, told him that we wanted to get married, that we were going to get engaged, and asked for his blessing. And I'll never forget what my dad said. He looked at Rob and he said, well, Rob, I think you've demonstrated the patience that Cherie's husband will need. And I burst out laughing because I thought my dad was making a joke. But apparently he was completely serious. He was dead serious. And wow, a more prophetic utterance has never left my dad's lips, because Rob had demonstrated patience in pursuing me, and he would need that in the days and months to come. But anyway, I don't want to rush ahead too quickly. I really want to linger here where Rob and I are in love, and we're driving in his Volvo, and we're drinking our Coke Slurpees, and just completely convinced that the rest of our lives is going to be more of the same. Driving to Waterton for our honeymoon. Does it get any better than that? Not really. The fact that I began to panic a little bit on our honeymoon does not bode well. But yeah. But I'll save that. I'll save that. Let's just pause here. Let's just stop here for a moment and just think about how wonderful being in love is. There really isn't a lot of reality involved, but you know what? Reality can be overrated. And when a person is in love, it really is a taste of something divine. There's kind of an irrational faith involved, and that is a foretaste of something real, right? Anyway, okay, I'll stop now. But next time I'll continue. And Cherie, I just want to say it's going to be okay. You're going to get through the next few videos and you're going to get to the really good stuff. So don't worry, Jesus is with you. He's right here with you, where he's always been. So just hang on to him, okay?